Let's make some cozy vegan casseroles together. Hey y'all, I'm Becky, and I love sharing simple, plant-based comfort food recipes. I make casseroles for dinner a lot. I love a casserole because so often you can assemble everything ahead of time, and then when you're ready for dinner, just pop it in the oven. It's a great way to get a cozy, comforting meal on the table when life just feels super hectic. Today, I'm sharing some make-ahead casserole recipes that my family asks for over and over. This vegan taco casserole is packed with veggies and it's kid-friendly and it's got this amazing Mexican-inspired flavor. This is a great make-ahead recipe. You can assemble the whole casserole in advance and then just pop it in the oven when you're ready to make dinner. I'm making my rice in the Instant Pot, but you can also make the rice on the stovetop. I have stovetop directions for the rice on the written recipe. Either way, combine all of the rice ingredients in a pot and then cook until the rice is tender. For the Instant Pot, that's 5 minutes at high pressure with a 10-minute natural release. Meanwhile, let's make those sausagey veggie grounds. Heat some oil in a large, deep skillet on medium-high and add your fennel seeds. Cook those for about 30 seconds or so, just until they start to darken and smell fragrant. Then add your onion, garlic, and salt, and cook until the onions turn translucent. You'll want to keep stirring this pretty frequently because the garlic will tend to burn if you don't keep it moving. Add the veggie grounds or lentils to the pan along with all of the spices, and then cook until the grounds are nice and browned. This should just take like a few minutes. Now pour on some low-sodium soy sauce and canned tomatoes, mix well, and then transfer that mixture to your baking pan. By now your rice should be ready, so add that to the pan too, mix it really well, and then use the back of your spoon to smooth out the top. Sprinkle on those green onions, then top the whole thing with vegan cheddar shreds. The reason that we're doing the cheesy layer over the green onion layer is because green onions, especially the green parts, can be kind of delicate, and that cheesy layer will help prevent them from scorching in the oven. Speaking of the oven, it's time to bake. Toss the casserole in the oven and bake until it's melty, ooey gooey on top. Now you're ready to serve with your taco toppings of choice. I made a little salad with shredded romaine lettuce and some avocado and tomato tossed in lime juice, but you can use whatever toppings you like. Vegan sour cream, other shredded veggies. I'm adding some cilantro on top too. See what's in your fridge and use what you have. This recipe is super versatile. If you don't want to use white rice, you can make an equivalent amount of brown rice, or you can use quinoa, or really any whole grain of your choice. You can also mix and match the veggies. If spinach isn't your jam, choose a different veggie. I kind of think the corn adds a lot to it, but if you hate corn, swap it out. If you don't want to use veggie grounds, you can use cooked brown lentils instead. You can also simplify it. If you don't have the fennel seeds and the ground spices that I'm calling for, you can omit all of them and use vegan sausage crumbles instead of plain veggie grounds. Follow the same exact directions. And you can change the topping. If you don't have green onions, top it with more sliced onion. And if you don't want to use vegan cheddar shreds, you can use vegan mozzarella, or you can use a homemade vegan cheese sauce as the topping. Cashew pesto pasta is a super delicious, super easy weeknight meal. While the pasta is boiling, you make a quick oil-free pesto sauce in the blender, then put it all together in the pan with some frozen veggies and some canned beans, top it with cheese, and bake. The finished dish is so creamy and so flavorful. First, boil your pasta. You also want to drain and rinse your can of beans in the colander and put the frozen vegetables in the colander. They'll start to thaw while the pasta is cooking, and when you pour that boiling pasta water over them, it'll thaw them perfectly. While that's all cooking, make your quick pesto. Combine all of your pesto ingredients in your blender and blend. We are not soaking the cashews for this recipe, and we're also not blending until this pesto is completely smooth. Pesto is supposed to have a little bit of texture to it, and using roasted cashews and then not over blending gives you that slightly chunky pesto texture without having to use a ton of oil. When the pasta finishes cooking, pour it into the colander and try to make sure that that hot boiling pasta water gets all over the veggies. I also like to kind of toss things together in the colander a little bit, and this also helps the heat from the pasta thaw the veggies more. If your veggies aren't 100% thawed at this point, it's totally fine. They'll finish cooking in the oven. Add that pasta mixture to a baking pan and toss it with the sauce. Even out the top of the pan and then sprinkle on your vegan cheese. I'm using vegan mozzarella here, but you can also use a mix of vegan mozzarella and vegan Parmesan. Pop that into the oven to bake until the cheese is nice and melty and your casserole is ready. I like to serve this with an extra sprinkle of fresh basil and some crushed red pepper too. This dish is super easy to make, and you can make it ahead. You can assemble the whole casserole and stick it in the fridge, and then when you're ready, just pull it out of the fridge while the oven is preheating, bake, and serve. Vegan meat isn't a thing, you're screaming. Just eat a cow, you're shouting. No, I'm gonna eat this, and you should too because it's delicious. This super easy vegan lasagna has layers of tender noodles, meaty veggie crumbles, savory tomato sauce, and 3 kinds of vegan cheese. Recently, my kid told me that this was his favorite recipe of mine and that I should put it on my website. So that's what I'm doing. Also, shout out to my neighbor, Julianne, who brought me parsley in a pinch so I could garnish this thing. We're using a few shortcuts and 1 medium cut to make this lasagna. The first thing you need is no-boil lasagna noodles. Don't use regular lasagna noodles, they will not cook through. The no-boil ones cost about the same, and you don't have to boil them before you use them. The other shortcut I'm using is store-bought tomato sauce. If you would prefer to use homemade tomato sauce, absolutely go for it. But I wanted to keep things easy for y'all, so I'm using sauce from a jar. I'm also using frozen veggie grounds. These are the kind of grounds like the Morningstar Farms grillers, I think Beyond and maybe even Impossible make these now, and they're the kind that you can heat up like in the microwave. If you're using something that's more like a meaty vegan ground meat, you're gonna wanna brown that in the pan before you use it. If you don't want to use veggie grounds, that's totally fine. You can omit them, you can replace them with some roasted vegetables like zucchini. You can also replace them with lentils if you want. One thing we are doing that's going to add a little bit of time, but I feel like is totally worth it, is making the ricotta for this lasagna from scratch. It is super easy. You do it right in the food processor, but if you would rather use store-bought vegan ricotta, absolutely skip that step and go for it. First, let's make that ricotta. All you need to do for this is add all of the ingredients to your food processor and run it until you have an even mixture. Sometimes that last bit of tofu can be stubborn, so I like to add the tofu first and press it down to make sure it's all really close to the blades. You can also stop and scrape down the sides of your food processor to make sure that all of your tofu is getting broken down and mixed in with all the flavoring. Set that aside, and it's layering time. Grab your tomato sauce and put a generous amount, about 1.5 cups, on the bottom of your pan and spread it out. This is gonna help the lasagna noodles cook and prevent sticking. Then sprinkle half of the veggie crumbles onto that sauce. And layer on 3 of your lasagna noodles. Now put a really generous amount of the sauce, about 2 cups, on top and spread that out. Sprinkle on the remaining veggie crumbles and then layer on 3 more lasagna noodles. I'm doing 3 noodles per layer here because the way my pan tapers, 3 really fits better than 4, but if you can fit 4 noodles across, absolutely go for it. Now it's ricotta time. Divvy up that tofu ricotta and drop it all over your pan. Then I like to use the back of my spoon to kind of squish it and spread it out a little bit, just so that you get a little bit more even coverage, but some gaps are totally fine. Now add 3 or 4 more noodles and 2 more cups of sauce. Spread that sauce out and then sprinkle on your vegan cheese. I'm using both vegan mozzarella and vegan Parmesan, but you can just use mozzarella if you prefer. Now cover the pan with foil and throw it in the oven. After about 50 minutes, your noodles should be tender and the cheese should be pretty much melted. So at this point, pull the foil off of your pan, increase the heat of your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and then bake again just until the cheese is totally melted and everything's bubbly and it looks just absolutely perfect. This should take about 10 to 15 minutes depending on your oven, depending on your pan, your cheese, and stuff like that. You can slice and serve it immediately, but it is easier to get those really pretty slices if you can wait like 10-15 minutes just for things to settle a little bit. If you have leftover lasagna, you can store it in a closed container in the fridge. You can also slice it into individual portions and store them in the freezer. Thaw them overnight in the fridge and then warm them back up in the toaster oven or in the microwave. This lasagna is just so cozy and comforting. It's easy to make, it's a total crowd pleaser, and I can't wait for you to try it. This vegan breakfast casserole has a cheesy tofu scramble topped with crispy, crunchy tater tots. Start by making your scramble. Heat up some oil and then saute your onions until they turn translucent. Then crumble your tofu right into the pan and add your spices and black salt. You can find black salt relatively cheaply at the Indian grocery store. Black salt gives this scramble like an eggy flavor, but if you can't find it, you can use regular salt instead. Cook that up until the turmeric turns the tofu a vibrant yellow. Then add your baby greens to the pan. Cook for just a few more minutes until they wilt. Then melt in your vegan cheese shreds of choice. I'm using vegan cheddar, but you can use whatever you want. You can make the scramble up to a day ahead and refrigerate it right in the pan. When you're ready to bake, top your tofu scramble with tater tots in a single layer. And bake until they're browned and crunchy. This breakfast casserole is just absolutely delicious. It's basically like a whole breakfast in one pan. Whether you make it ahead or day of, it's quick and easy and a perfect breakfast or brunch. I hope you enjoyed this little collection of make-ahead vegan casseroles. If you have any questions about these recipes, drop a comment. I'm always happy to help. And don't forget to rate and subscribe. Happy cooking!